Joshua. We widows, so who is going to help us again?
When it comes to naming some of the most adored and revered pastors in the world, Prophet T.B. Joshua of the Synagogue Church of All Nations always tops the list. Apart from his ministry of healing and evangelism, he earned global love for his philanthropic lifestyle. Rather than build up treasures here on earth, it is said that T.B. Joshua chooses the heavenly route of building treasures in the hearts of people and in heaven, where his ultimate reward is. He once said, "Your possession alone cannot bring you contentment, but giving help to the poor can." People who have been beneficiaries of his philanthropic side never hesitate to state how he built a monument of charity and social welfare worldwide, giving selflessly to the poor, widows, sick, afflicted, and people of all colors. The 57-year-old's philanthropic ways are recognized across the globe. Despite the controversy he managed to attract and rumors that he gave selflessly to cover up his evil ways. Hello guys, it's T-Code here for African Glitz. Without wasting any time, let's look into 11 amazing things T.B. Joshua did during his lifetime that earned him massive love globally.
Joshua, he don't serve many souls. He don't turn prostitutes into God. Turn all sorts of manner, all people. If you don't judge nobody before, even if you take for a face, you accuse them, you're not going to say no word. Take Joshua, a man of God, as I know.
Feeding the poor and orphans. T.B. Joshua was known during his lifetime for feeding the poor, underprivileged, and orphans across Africa, Asia, and Latin America. According to reports, he gave to charities spanning over 50 countries and touching the lives of over 30 million families globally. His church headquarters in Lagos has also been a safe haven for the poor. Regularly, he gives good money, clothes, and sometimes shelter to them until they can finally fend for themselves adequately. The festive period was one period the poor also looked forward to, as they know T.B. Joshua will cater to their needs with foodstuff and money. Husband of the widows.
The enemy has failed. The enemy has failed. Man of God is not dead. I refuse it.
We're widows, so who is going to help us for the Nigerians? We don't have food to eat, yo. Help T.B. Joshua! Thank you!
T.B. Joshua was husband to many widows. Despite being a husband of one wife and father to 3 girls, T.B. Joshua didn't focus on shouldering the responsibilities of his own family alone. Rather, he took upon himself the husband's responsibility to many women who had lost their husbands. He gave them stipends, foodstuffs, paid their children's school fees, donated to their health care, and in rare cases, sheltered them. Now that he is gone, these widows have been weeping uncontrollably, saying their husband is gone a second time. Rehabilitation Programs. Rehabilitation programs are key in building a healthy and thriving society. Yet, very few pastors in Nigeria understand this. But not T.B. Joshua. He was very keen about them that he donated huge funds for the education, healthcare, and rehabilitation program of ex-Niger Delta militants, repentant armed robbers, and former sex workers. To make their integration back to the society easy, he gave them up to 200,000 naira or more to start their lives afresh and not go back to their former ways. Between the years 2009 and 2011, T.B. Joshua reportedly spent over $20 million for these rehabilitation programs, and it is believed that he spent over $200 million in subsequent years. Natural disasters. Natural disasters including tsunamis, earthquakes, floods, and even hurricanes are known to kill thousands of people, displace many, tear families apart, and cause many to become poor. But for years, T.B. Joshua made efforts to mitigate the impact of natural disasters on the lives of people around the world. He donates relief materials, builds schools, clinics, and provides emergency response services. One of the notable things he did in the area of natural disasters dates back to the 2010 Haiti earthquake that killed over 230,000 people. The evangelist remains the only African pastor that contributed to emergency response to the country. He chartered 2 cargo planes to send them relief materials. He again assembled a team of medical doctors, nurses, engineers, and evangelists to set up a clinic, Clinic Emmanuel, to treat victims of the earthquake. Other countries such as Indonesia, the Philippines, Ghana, India, and Ecuador, who have experienced varying degree of natural disasters, also benefited from the generosity of the televangelist. In 2016, he provided emergency relief materials worth over $500,000 to Ecuador. Even in the areas of disease outbreak, he also did amazing things. For example, he reportedly gave the Sierra Leone government $50,000 in curbing the spread of Ebola virus in 2014. Community support. The late prophet also supported communities in the humblest way he could, and many states in Nigeria have been beneficiaries. He donated 2 transformers in the Ikotun-Egbe area of Lagos State, where his church is situated. Community leaders had only written to him for help and were not expecting the 2 transformers. Also, he once donated 26 million naira to electricity restoration to 4 council areas of Akoko in Ondo State. That's not all, he severally donated money, patrol vehicles and motorcycles to the police force in both Ghana and Nigeria. Education. Even though he is a secondary school dropout, TB Joshua didn't let that stop him from sponsoring the education of others. His church set up a scholarship scheme that sponsored thousands from primary to tertiary institutions and many times to Ivy League schools abroad such as Oxford and Harvard. He also built and rebuilt many schools across the world. Health. Despite misconceptions that TB Joshua was against modern medicine and constantly discouraged his followers from going to the hospital or taking drugs, he was in fact passionate about modern health. He built hospitals and donated huge sums to those with medical conditions. Support for migrants and deportees. It certainly was not a rare sight to see TB Joshua support migrants, deportees and victims of human trafficking with monetary gifts. He sheltered them for as long as they wanted, supported them in skill acquisition and gave them as much as 200,000 naira with foodstuffs to start their lives afresh. Sports. The late televangelist was also passionate about sports and sports development, compelling him to buy a football club named My People FC to help the youths. Many sports stars today, both local and internationally, passed through his football club. Also, footballers such as Sonny Emmanuel, Abu Aziz, Ogenyi Onazi, and even boxing champion King Davidson Emenogu all benefited from TB Joshua donations and welfare packages for sports. Reconciliation Ministries. TB Joshua also takes credit for reconciling many broken families, parents, children, brothers and sisters, and families torn apart by false accusations. No discrimination. Despite being a Christian and a person of color, TB Joshua did not discriminate against anyone. He accepted all, both Muslims and people of other religions as well as people of all races. The Synagogue Church of All Nations was home to people of all walks of life. In his lifetime, he received many awards for good deeds. He was once honored as an ambassador of peace by the Arewa Youth Forum and got several letters of appreciation from the United Nations. TB Joshua was a charismatic pastor who passed on to the great beyond on Saturday, June 5, and left a legacy of philanthropy that cannot be forgotten too soon. His church headquarters in Lagos, which is a safe haven to many, has now been filled with the tears of people he helped during his lifetime.
But we at least we are on a great loss. Are you hearing me? The whole world, not in Nigeria, on Bolok Peru, or Olomosho, or Lagos. No, the world at large. We are in pain and in grief. And we believe that God himself will restore us to normalcy.
Do you think TB Joshua lived a life of selfless giving? Would you say he was truly concerned about building treasures in the hearts of many as part of his work on earth? Lastly, do you think he gave selflessly to cover up his evil ways, as some people say? Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please comment, like and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more well-researched African stories and news we know you would like. Click on the bell sign to be notified every time we upload a new video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.